Well, the shelf monitor mount has arrived. They even give you a screwdriver, more than you can say for IKEA. So, wish me luck. Well, it went together alright, didn't take very long. We'll see if it fits. Well, there we go, not ideal, but ain't got enough depth to it really, but I knew that anyway. It was always going to be a compromise. I just put that on the top to stop it sliding about, because it is quite varnished and a bit slippery. But we've got two little storage drawers there and another little hutch piece down there. Pity it wasn't 3 drawers, actually would have done me, but I think I see you can get your cables up, those funny animal looking things, so you can put your phone on there. Although that'll probably get used for that for me, but you never know. So that can live there. Put the paints on it and the brushes and everything's to hand. The solder mat can live underneath the gap, which is what it was for. And I've still got a usable workspace. So, more room to stick more stuff. Well, we're back again for the second attempt. I don't know whether the original one's back with them yet, but I've just had a knock at the door and this abandoned out the front. If you can see the shiny bits there on the dome, on the boiler there and the cab, it's oil, which normally is just lubricating. Not the end of the world, but the plastic on the top that it comes with is ringing. But if that's the only issue, then I can live without, but it's not. Because I've just had a quick look round it, make sure everything that's supposed to be attached is, the lamp irons and handrails and such like. I don't think that detail was bent. Oh, that's broke off there, look. Can't even pick it up. I think that's the attachments for the cool, I believe. I don't know whether you can see that there. There's not enough light there, the little fork thing. The coupling is not attached on the front of the train, locomotive, sorry. They give you the option to fit it, because obviously you've got the coupling. The last bag had it in the detail pack with the footsteps and brake detail, but it's devoid of a front bloody coupling. Right, I suppose we're better and that looks like it's bowed, I don't know. Let's get it on a rolling road and see what if it's whisper quiet like a Rolls-Royce engine, or whether it sounds like a Jamaican steel band. Well, we're rigged up, so crunch time. Just double check they're all got something supporting the wheels, and we'll look at all the bloody oil on it. Ooh. Well, it's a bit more promising than the last one was. Give it the full beans. Right, let's try the other way. See how slow we can get her to go. Ooh, stall point there, I guess. I guess we could get her to crawl on a pulse controller, but that's about it. Well, apart from the dangly co-line or whatever it's supposed to be, and the fact we're missing a NEM coupling, and it's not even worth trying to phone Hornby and say, could you chuck one in a bag? I'm not really that bothered, but yeah, they are nicely detailed inside. I have got some picture stills of the first one which I'll include. Can't really do it justice in you know, you need to move the tender around to see, but guess we better find some loco crews now. And another mention there for Mark at Main Train Eastport. He saw those American grain hoppers that I featured in an earlier video, and he was kind enough to send me some nice graffiti decals to go on them, which will come in handy for some of the rolling stock, as I'd sort of mentioned what a rip-off price. Just one sheet that size in in double O was about £7 on eBay, which you know, are the decal transfer sheets that dear? But anyway, thanks for that, Mark. Overdue sort of giving you a thank you on here for that, but a lot of the video sections have been tagged together past and present, so first chance I've had to put a snippet in on those. But yeah, very nice. Should go well. I've just been on his website. They're about $4 a sheet. So, or you can buy like a multi-pack for $30. I don't know what the shipping is to the UK, but I think I might get some N-gauge ones to put on buildings and things. But I'm not going to overdo it. Well, I thought while I'm about to start clearing up, I'll have a closer look at those cheap 15 quid for 70 trees. So we've got a bag of these light green ones, which are, they're pretty much, I think these three are all the same armatures. You can see I've got the video light on just to help or hinder. One or the other you can see is a little bit shiny. Looks worse on camera than it does to the eye. Probably hearing that there's a little bit of drop on them, and it's sort of, I don't know, a plasticky, hollow plastic shreddings. It's a hard plastic. It's not a foam. It's not like a sponge. It's more rigid and stiff than that, but almost as if you imagine they made a plastic sponge and then shredded it. So yeah, they'll definitely want a light flocking to dull them down and give them a little bit better looking body. We've got a rogue piece of something in there. These ones, don't know what they're supposed to be. I don't know, cherry blossom maybe. We've got a bit of pink, and that one's got a little bit of a strange formation on the arm, bow coming out, but they are a foam. Not a lot of it, as you can see. You go into, so there'd be a back, so there's a whole pack of those. Don't know whether the light on is helping or not. There we go without. Let's sort of look further away. It's probably not the best one out of the bag. I just sort of got the one out that was easiest apart from the others. Again, they're all these little plastic moulded armatures with a small taper just to drill them down into your baseboard. Then we've got another one like the first one, just a different colour green really. It's the same sort of hard plastic, being a darker colour it's not quite as shiny. But again, I think I would probably load this with hairspray and then give it another light coat of a couple of sort of autumn mix or something. Something to give it a bit of variation. And the light green are a spongy foam. They're soft, as you can see, a lot duller, doesn't reflect the light, a bit more open. They do look, you know, just that material change makes them look a lot better. And again, they're the sort of, they could be a reasonable sized tree in N gauge, says he without a chuffing ruler. Let's have a look. Have we got something on here? Yeah, we've got this. That's in inches. Here we are, centimetres on the spirit level, which I'll show you shortly. So including the stem, if we go from sort of the level about 7 centimetres, and the little whatever they are, cherry blossom or something, is 4.5. So you could get away with them. Either a sort of smallish tree for a 00HO layout, or a slightly larger variety on an N gauge. They suit both. Trees more or less do for all. So onto this, I did have a bit of a, I bought one off AliExpress that was cheaper than anything else. I haven't got it to hand, but it was a longer one, about 2 foot, with the bottom piece coming out in like a protractor type form. I was hoping that that was going to be one of these spirit levels digital that tell you the angle, which it was, but the only problem was it wasn't the spirit level that gave you a digital readout. It gave you the readout of the angle of the bar that you moved to make it a protractor. I wanted one where, you know, this tells you what the actual spirit level's sitting at. Hence the readout now. If we go to 8.95 or such, and obviously we're not going to get a level reading there, but close to it, 0.25 eyeball. Yeah, look at that. Got a steady hand. I ain't had enough alcohol yet. This one I ended up buying off of Amazon, because it was cheaper on Amazon than it was buying it from AliExpress and paying the VAT and waiting how long. So, you know, it always pays to have a look round. eBay was a joke. They were about £10–15 more. I think it was around about £15–20. I'm thinking. I know I wouldn't have gone much more than that. I weren't going to pay more than 20, because I know the one Charlie Bishop has, that he's got a link to on his affiliate Amazon, is about 40 quid. And that's around about the same price in China, so well, we went for the cheaper option. So the idea of this is, if I do build a helix, this will give me the 2–2.5–3% gradient as I go round, without burning a hole in my wallet for anything too much. So I went with this one, and it seems okay. Putting it on the table, it zeroes itself. You can calibrate it, you can lock the readings and whatnot. So for a sub £20 digital jobby, it meets my approval, shall we say.